Carney not involved tonight, but I mean it must be gutting just to watch that. I mean, but in fairness, Dundalk they played their hearts out tonight.
Yeah, look, we always know it was going to be a tough game. They're a very good side, and they proved that again tonight. You know, but I think at different times we had opportunities, and I think if we'd taken them maybe early in the first half and then Rob's header as well, would have changed the complexion of the game. And so easy to look back and say this, if this happened, if that happened. Dundalk have won the game, and congratulations to them.
In terms of mathematically, Cork were in the league coming into this, but I think mentally it probably gave the edge to Dundalk. I mean, Cork always had it in the back of their minds. All they needed was a draw.
Well, look, we've worked all week and we made sure that mentality wasn't there, So maybe on the outside it might have looked like that was the case, but to be honest, the boys, they gave everything. It just didn't happen on the night, and as I said, fair play to Dundalk. They've had a great season like us, and they just were that a bit better on the night.
You obviously weren't there last season, but I mean it's a huge improvement because you would have. I'd imagine you were watching it.
Yeah, look, I mean, I know the club has come a long way now over a short period of time, and it's great to see us where we are, but on the night like this, there's all the positives go out the window in your own brain because all you can see is disappointment. But we'll be back again. We've had a good season, and hopefully we can build on it again next year.
I'd imagine it's good to see though, in terms of Cork were in a very, very bad place, I'd say 4 years ago, and now they're back where they belong, challenging for this title, and they're going to be back in Europe next year.
Yeah, that's the thing. When we look back in it, and in a couple of weeks' time, we might say, look, we're in Europe next year. That's where we wanted to be initially, and but when you do get that close, it is very disappointing. But it's great to be in a position where we're actually that disappointed not to win the league. So we have come a long way, but we've got players in there. We've won league, so we know what it's like to win it. So when you lose it, it's very disappointing.
Finally, I mean, obviously, like you were saying, it's very difficult to look at the negatives. But I mean, any time you need to give yourself a smile, you can just imagine the crowd that'll be in Turner's Cross for the European game next year.
Yeah, that's it. Our fans have been fantastic again. I mean, you can see the crowd we had there tonight. Obviously, Dundalk had a problem filling the stadium. I'm sure we could have filled it ourselves. So the fans are unreal, and hopefully again next season they come behind us again.
Alright, thank you. I mean, you must be gutted with that result, especially considering that Cork have had the chances over the season and they were coming in with the 1 point advantage.
Absolutely, sure. Listen, it was just it was one of those nights. I suppose we had our couple of chances in the first half where Billy hit the post and Markey just slid one past the post, and maybe if they go in, it's a different game. But second half, Dundalk were probably the better team, probably deserve to go on and win the game. So listen, congratulations to them. We go back to Cork now and build for next year.
It's tough. It's tough to take positives out of a night like tonight, obviously. But when you look at where this time last year, where Cork City, where it's a phenomenal improvement since John's come in.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, from my point of view, I'm not going to see too many positives right now. Yeah, but going into next year, I mean, to come from 6th place to almost winning the league or having a chance of winning the league is incredible, and hopefully now we can push on next year, build again, and be right up challenging again.
I mean, you look at the squad that Cork have put together. I mean, it's really tonight we saw the two best teams that we've probably seen in the last few years in the League of Ireland.
No question about it. We had a very, very strong squad, and I've no doubt that we'll only add to that in the off season now. John's an incredibly astute manager, and I've no doubt whatever players he brings in will add to the team next year. So look, we'll go back, we'll regroup, and hopefully push on again next year.
Finally, I'd imagine you're obviously you're good at tonight, but I mean I'd say you can't wait to see that crowd in Turner's Cross when you play in Europe next year.
Listen, the best fans in the world, they're unbelievable. The travelling sport we had here today, it's just amazing to see. And
even a couple of weeks ago,
it's unbelievable what they do for the club. And absolutely, we can't wait for the first game of next year back at Turner's Cross to see them all again and hopefully put on a good show for them.
Alright, thank you. Chris Shields, it's hard to imagine this time 2 years ago it was a relegation playoff.
That's it. You look at the final day 2 years ago and what we were doing. We were fighting to stay afloat. The club itself, look at the turnaround we're in now. It's absolutely unbelievable.
And you're a league champion for the first time in your life. I mean, what does that feel like?
No better feeling. We had a good night when we won the EA Sports Cup. Now to tap it off with an unbelievable double, it's been a great year.
It's such a big turnaround in those 2 years, isn't it?
Oh, it's immense. So look what it meant to the town today. It's just temporary stands being put in, placed back to the rafters, and there's been no better way to win the league tonight.
And finally, what's your plan for the celebration tonight?
Oh, I'll see us next week sometime.
Morgan, you're finally a League of Ireland champion. What's that feel like?
Absolutely incredible. I tell you, up here in front of 6,000 fans, having to win the last day of the season against your main title rivals, it's the stuff you dream about when you're a kid.
And your former club as well.
That's a bit of a kicker for me. I had 2.5 great years at Cork. I love my time down there. It's a great club, great bunch of lads. I prefer it for someone else, but it had to be done. I suppose that's the way it is.
You look at Cork City though, and I mean it's a phenomenal turnaround from when you left them.
Oh, I tell you what, John Caulfield's done an incredible job. Obviously the boys have worked their socks off, and they've been brilliant this year, and there'll probably be a bit more of a budget next year to push on again. Cork's a massive catchment area, it's a massive club, so I'd expect them to push on.
And you obviously were with them when they were in the first division. It's huge for them as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's massive. You know, it's a great season for them. Like two seasons in 6 isn't good enough for a club like Cork. It's a massive one for them to come second, and they've done very well. But all season, I do think we were the best team, and I think we played something like 52 games or something along those lines. Scored 107 goals. I don't think you can complain really. I think we were excellent this season.
Back to tonight, I mean, like you look at it, it's the perfect atmosphere. It's the perfect way to win that league title, and I'd say it must be the best feeling of your career.
By a country mile. I've had some great nights. The night up in Talca, the night here a couple of weeks ago against Rovers, but this is it's the best feeling I've ever had in my life.
And finally, you're going to be, if you stay Dundalk, you're going to be Champions League next year.
It's exciting stuff, isn't it?
I know.
Can't wait. Look, we'll have to see what the crack is, but what a season! I just can't wait for next season already. Now.
All right, thank you very much. Pat Owen, will be the best night of your career?
Without a doubt, the best night of my career. Like I was saying to everyone else there in my interview, like people were labelling us bottlers there during the week, and you know, we've done this all season, responding to people's critics, and that's what we did tonight. And I thought we were the better side. The better side won. No disrespect to Cork.
It's tough to imagine that. I mean, this time 2 years ago, you were at Merview, was it?
I came back home to Merview from Bristol. Yeah. Well, that's down to Stephen Kenny to bringing me to a Premier Division side. He watched me in a very cold, wet night in Merview Faggs Field against Salt Hill, and I was absolutely useless, I thought, but he still rang me. I knew how good he was at young players, and you know, I was doing and on to come up, and it's absolutely paying off, right? It's absolutely paid off, so it has.
I mean, you look at it, I mean, this time 2 years ago when you were at Merview, Dundalk were in a relegation playoff. I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy how we've turned this around. You know, the club are nearly gone, and Stephen, that's how good he is. Like he's seen talent that no one else has. Like, you know, by rights if I don't want to be rude saying this, but by rights, if Sligo had any, because Galway weren't there at the time, if Sligo had any bottle about them and went and done their homework, they could have had me, John Mountney and Roy Gaffney. Because they didn't do their homework, we're up here and I won a league medal with Dundalk, and that's the main thing.
And finally, I mean, you seem to be really enjoying yourself. I mean, and next year, if you stay Dundalk, I mean, the possibility is Champions League football.
Absolutely, you know, that's what I dream for. You know, playing with a team like Dundalk. You know, last year was a bit unlucky. St. Pat's were deserved winners, but you know, we drove them close enough. Everyone thought we weren't going to do it this season after losing 4-1 away from home their first game of the season, and we just proved everyone wrong, and it's just absolutely great feeling.
I mean, when you look at the teams that were in the Champions League this year, I mean, there's some great games you could be playing in next year, like Legia Warsaw, Celtic.
Bring it on, as I say, because I could only see us getting better if we all sign back. I could only see us getting better.
Alright, thank you. Peter Cherry, a clean sheet, the best defensive record in the league now, and the league title won as well. It must be a phenomenal season for yourself.
It's been unbelievable. There's no words that can describe what just happened. All season the boys have been great, and I'm absolutely delighted for them and the gaffer to be league champions now.
I think I remember that speaking to you after a relegation playoff this time 2 years ago. It's crazy to think, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 years ago on the brink of being in the first division, and to think 2 years later we're league champions in the Premier. It's been some turnaround, and that's down to the gaffer and the players and all the staff at this club.
I mean, you look at it, Cork City, they pushed you literally to the last day. I mean, they put up a really good fight. I mean, it looks like they're going places as well.
Oh yeah, you can't take it away from Cork. I mean, they showed they're a great team, but we showed we're a better team. So we knew we were in for a hard game, but we always knew that we had the class to go and finish the game, and we were confident we were going to be champions at the end of it.
And I mean, next year Champions League football for Dundalk, I mean, it's definitely something you couldn't have imagined, let's say summer 2012, is it?
Definitely couldn't have imagined that in 2012. It's unbelievable. I mean, we played Europa League last season, Champions League next season. It's
going to be crazy.
Oh, it's crazy. It's brilliant.
You could potentially be playing the Scottish team as well.
Well, you never know. Here's home.
Alright, thank you. Stephen O'Donnell, man of the match after the season you've had. It must be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, great feeling. That's what keeps you going in the gym for 5 or 6 months, to see if you can come back and help them right at the end. So thankfully I could, but couldn't have scripted it any better, so just delighted.
I'd imagine that must be up there with the goal in Belgrade.
Yeah, I'd say it is. Yeah, definitely. Best atmosphere best occasion I've ever played in the League of Ireland. So just shows you what you could make if you did really promote the brand, and the FAI got in behind it, and we did keep our best young players at 15 and 16, and they could play in the league. So a great occasion. I'm sort of delighted we drew our last 2 games now for this occasion, so just delighted.
When you were at Shamrock Rovers and like Dundalk were in the situation they were in then, I mean, I'd say if somebody had told you they'd be in the Champions League within 3 years, I'd say you would have laughed at them.
Yeah, that's all down to the manager. We came at the start of last season 20 strangers, and halfway through January, and to come second last season and get to an FAI Cup semi-final was unbelievable achievement. And then to do it next season, like, people after we lost the draw, that 4-1, people were saying we were one season wonders, but we believed in ourselves. We knew we had very good players, and I think that was our 52nd game tonight. Won 3 out of 4 European games. League Cup, we won the League Cup. Satanta Cup finalists, win the league. It's all down to the manager. Phenomenal achievement.
Over 100 goals in all competitions, the best defensive record in the league. I mean, it's just been almost the perfect season from Dundalk, and I mean, and to end it playing the team who were to finish second in Oriel Park, it just could not have gone any better.
Yeah, I think we deserved. You can't say we deserved to win the league, because if we had lost tonight, Cork were the best team in the league. But I think we probably deserve to win the match tonight, and I don't think anyone can have any arguments that we are the best team in the league. We were the best team in the league this season.
The league is definitely on the up. I mean, you saw the crowd tonight. The imagination was captured in Dundalk, and I mean, like, you look at the teams that are there. I mean, Cork and Dundalk this year have probably been some of the best teams the league has seen in definitely in the time you've been here.
Yeah, like, I just wish the FAI would promote the thing better. You got 6,500 down at Cork last week. Some atmosphere here. The warm up, we were full. Like, you can capture the people's imagination if you do promote it. I just wish they did, and the knock-on effect of that, if youngsters see a good brand over here, they don't go over to England at 15, 16. So I just wish they did promote it better, because you could make it very good and get people out of their houses to watch on a Friday night to watch good football, because there are very good players in the league.
Alright, thank you very much. Curtis, I mean, you must be delighted. I mean, to come back to Ireland, it's so close last year, and you're a league champion now. It must be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, words can't describe it. It's unbelievable. We were unlucky last year, and we kept the squad together. We went this year. It was tight in the end, but I think we fully deserved it.
Since you've come back from Scotland, I mean, it's been tough for Dundalk. I mean, like, considering when you were in Scotland, they were almost on the brink of going bankrupt, and now they're league champions. I mean, nobody could have thought it.
Yeah, some turnaround. The players, the management, the staff, everyone just turned the whole club around, and it's unbelievable, to be honest, to finish second in our first year after just avoiding relegation, and then to go on to win it. It's scary, to be honest, but it's brilliant to be part of.
A Hollywood scriptwriter couldn't have written this the way it went. I mean, it comes down to the last day against winner takes the league. I mean, it could not have gone any more like a cup final,
Yeah, it's at half time, maybe there's a few nerves, but in the end you saw our quality. So Cork didn't really have much tonight apart from set pieces, and we bashed them, and Stevie O'Donnell to come back after that is tremendous, and we kept fighting, and in the end we deserved it.
Alright, thank you very much, John Gannon. I mean, this must be the best feeling. I mean, you've been involved in league title winning squads before, but this is your first season playing almost every game.
Yeah, I can't ask for much more this season. I've been given the opportunity to play a lot of football this year, and just to win it is unbelievable. It's a great feeling, and for all the lads, everyone deserves it. Like, they've worked so hard this year. Everyone from on and off the pitch. We couldn't ask for much more.
I mean, summer 2012, if somebody had told you, yeah, Dundalk could be playing in the Champions League in 3 years, I think you probably would have laughed at them.
I don't think there's anyone out there that would have thought that, really. But it just goes to show that, look, the club has been run unbelievable, and obviously the job Stephen's done is just incredible. Like, the team spirit that he has, and just the confidence he gives you to go out and play. He's a top manager, and he deserves all the success he gets.
You've developed so much as a player this year. I mean, like, is that mostly down to Stephen Kenny, or and the coaches at Dundalk?
I think, you know, getting experience on the pitch as well, like playing game time, you know, you learn things when you're playing regular football, and it becomes second nature. I still have a lot to improve, you know, like, but I can't ask for much more than this year. I've been given every opportunity possible, and I owe them, really, to be honest.
They couldn't have written a script like this. I mean, the almost perfect season, then the little falter towards the end, but you win it against the second place team.
Well, if you're at the top for so long, you know, it's hard, like, it is hard, and you see the other night in Bray, it was bloody typhoon or monsoon or whatever, you know, but it's hard to play in them conditions. But fair play to Cork, you know, they're a very good team, and they had an unbelievable season, and it's gone to the final day. For all the neutrals, I'd say it was very good. It's all they could ask for. But yeah, it is. It's just, I just can't believe, like, the short space of time this club has turned around, and it's been just unbelievable to be part of it.
All right, thank you.